of year where I'm not too mad when it's really, really cold outside, because we can spend half the day watching football inside and I don't feel guilty about it. So
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah, totally. That was kind of what we did yesterday. It was just turn the heat up a little bit, get some cozy food, some comfort food. That's always the best thing about this time of year. Bring out the soups and the warm pastas and things like that. Yeah, you have to see the optimistic side of things, because we know what's coming in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So I guess the best you can romanticize it is always the best that we can do. Here's what we're looking at temperature-wise at the moment. Very chilly out there. These are some of the colder temperatures that we've seen so far this season. At the moment, we're sitting in the upper teens for some, mid to lower 20s for others. 19 for Owatonna right now. Same thing in Waseca. Windham also at 19, and then Marshall and Slayton at 20 degrees. We're seeing those high temperatures later on today in the mid to upper 30s, much colder than what we normally expect for this season. We're definitely seeing temperatures more in line with the end of November, than the end of October. We're going to hit 37 in Mankato. Same thing in Blue Earth and Fairmont. The rest of us maintaining pretty similar conditions as we get later on into the day. We're also going to see a little bit of a difference in wind speed as we go through the afternoon. Right now we are seeing a little bit breezy at that 5 to 10 mile per hour mark. A lot of us closer to 10 miles an hour at the moment. This is making it feel a little bit colder out there, along with those very dry dew points. That's what was making us see those wind chill values in the teens. And like I mentioned, we are expecting wind speeds to continue to pick up as we get later on in the afternoon. Keep in mind, this graphic does tend to underestimate a little bit, so it is likely that we're going to be seeing wind speeds closer to 15 to 20 miles an hour as we get later on in the afternoon and then overnight. Also some wind gusts expected closer to 30, 35. Definitely keep an eye on any outdoor decorations you might have for the season or for Halloween. Good news is, though, we are expecting those winds to go back to around normal as we get closer to trick-or-treating time. Radar and satellite at the moment, we had a few flurries in the region earlier. Now we are dry, however, that will be changing later on today. Very late tonight after dinner, we're going to start to see a few snow showers make their way through. Some of these are more so going to be very light flurries, others a little bit more in that snow shower mark. As we get overnight, that's going to continue, and then into tomorrow morning could be waking up to some snow falling. And then as we go into later on in the afternoon, we're going to clear back out, but a few of us could still see some pop-up snow showers as we get closer to around lunchtime. It's going to clear out by later tomorrow night, so we won't be necessarily impacted for that, or any Halloween activities won't be impacted by that. Snow totals for this, we are looking at a very light dusting for the majority of us. However, as we move a little bit further towards the east, we could be seeing closer to an inch, maybe an inch and a half, maybe closer to 2 inches as we get closer to that Wisconsin border. Majority of us, though, not going to be majorly impacted by this. It's likely going to be a little bit more accumulation than what we saw this past weekend. But we're still seeing ground conditions that are a little bit too warm to really sustain the snow, so it's likely only going to be accumulating on raised things and grassy areas and things like that. We could have a light dusting making it into later on in the Halloween evening, but again, nothing that's going to be majorly impactful. 37 today, 24 later tonight as those wind speeds continue to pick up going into tomorrow. And then here's that rest of the week. We're going to warm up a little bit heading into this upcoming weekend. Gloomy conditions return back to the forecast by Friday, but we'll have a little bit of sunshine to enjoy before we get there. Nick, Kelsey.